Candace Cameron Bure was 9 years old when her big brother Kirk became a star on the sitcom Growing Pains.
At a time when female TV stars were supposed to be thin and in perfect shape, Candace Cameron Bure could not do it. During her run on Full House, Candace's weight was constantly changing, subjecting her to criticism. Well, now she talks about that personal and sometimes painful battle and how she turned her life around.
The hardest part for me was my weight, because I fluctuated and I was kind of chubby, I guess, and you go up and down a lot when you're going through puberty, and I was kind of always on the heavier side.
Candace Cameron was only 10 years old when she got the job on Full House, and growing up on camera was hard for her.
I think it's terrible going through adolescence, and there's nothing worse than millions of people watching you go through it.
From 9 years old to 17 on a television show, that's it. That's the biggest changes that you'll ever go through.
Candace's parents were worried for her after seeing Tracy Gold's battle with anorexia on brother Kirk's show, Growing Pains.
My brother had been on Growing Pains, and that whole thing with Tracy Gold had, gone on, and they didn't want that to happen to me and want the producers or anyone telling me that I had to lose weight. So my parents came to me before anyone ever said anything. And this is like when I'm, 11 years old, saying, you should try and not eat so much candy and maybe a little later started exercising and this and that. And, I mean, they did it in a very delicate way and, parental and not because they wanted to protect me. It never became a big issue on the show. It was more just maybe a silent struggle for me because I needed to keep that in check because I didn't want it to get out of control. I didn't want people to start making a big deal about it. But it was a struggle, every day.
And when she went to meet her fans, their praise only increased her anxieties.
It's hard because all the fans see you, and it's the first thing they say. Even today, you are so much smaller in person. You were so chubby on that show.
Adding to her self-consciousness was the fact that producers suddenly added a boyfriend to the cast, played by Scott Weinberg.
I remember when they told me I was going to have a boyfriend on the show, full-time, a new member of the cast, and I was nervous.
I was always shy about making out with Candace on camera. It was always off camera, hey, forget it. No, but on camera, it was always weird. We had 300 people in the audience, lots of kids, and I was always sort of like, about it.
Something just doesn't feel right.
But Candace soon realized that she was happy with her weight and her look, especially when she met her future husband, hockey star Valeri Bure. They were introduced by Dave Coulier when Dave was attending a celebrity hockey event, and Dave was approached by Valeri and his brother Pavel, who were fans of the show.
Every day, they would get their cup of coffee at 5 o'clock, and they would watch the syndicated episodes of Full House, and that's how they learned to speak English. So I was very taken aback by that. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And they said, we just love the girls. Is there any way you could invite them to our game?
We were having fun, and Dave kind of said, well, there are these two cute Russian guys, and I want to introduce you.
So Lori Loughlin and Candace Cameron came to the game, and I remember introducing Candace to Val, and all the blood left his face. It was as if he was seeing the most beautiful woman in the world. And I just knew right then, I thought these two are going to be seeing quite a bit of each other.
Lori and I were standing there, and she goes, I'll take the older one's jersey. And I said, yeah, I'll take the younger one's jersey. And that's how I met my husband.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
2 years later, the two lovebirds were married. Candace shared these very personal home videos of the wedding and reception. Her Full House friends were all there, except the Olsen twins, who were working at the time.
My wedding was one of the greatest days of my life. That was really weird for me because we're the same age. She was, 21 or 22 when she got married, and I just thought, okay, here's a girl I grew up with, We went through the same issues at the same time. We both had our first kiss at the same time. We got our periods at the same time. And now she's getting married, and I'm just like, whoa.
Candace was, I think, 10 years old when the show started. And to see her up there getting married to a guy that, that I thought very highly of was really a great feeling.
when Candace threw her bouquet, it got caught up in the chandelier, which was so funny.
We were there in 1998 when Candace was pregnant with their first child, daughter Natasha. Now, 7-month-old Lev has joined the Bure brood, and Candace couldn't be happier. She's even working again, doing a project called The Crew on video that will appeal to her kids. For Cameron, it's full circle from being the kid on Full House to having kids of her own.
I love motherhood. It's so awesome. I was born to do it.
Candace keeps her houses full with the help of 2 dogs. Both pooches make the trip between her 2 homes in Calgary and L.A.
Coming up on Entertainment Tonight's Behind the Walls of Full House.
How the Olsen twins built an estimated $60 million business empire.
I don't even think about it. Me too.
The videos, the music, will take you inside the huge business Full House built. John Stamos, Hollywood heartthrob.
It was great because girls would be throwing bras and, doing that thing.
From our first interview to why he really broke up with Paula Abdul, to which sitcom actress he once dated and his life on the single scene.
I like all girls. I don't care what they date me for.
That's next on Behind the Walls of Full House.
Sure that you're really, really stuck in there?
Yes.
Good, because there's something I've always wanted to do to you.
What? Hey, not the hair! Leave my hair alone! Jump it! Jump it! Jump it! Jump it! Jump it!
There was the father, the comic relief, the twins, and the cute daughter. And then there was the heartthrob. John Stamos came to Full House a relatively unknown soap actor. He left a bona fide hunk, both on the set and in real life as well.
I like all girls. I don't care what they date me for.
John was 22 when he sat down for his first ET interview and barely a blip on the Hollywood mainstream radar. But the California native's charm and dark good looks had been detected by some of TV's loyalist viewers. Fresh out of high school, John scored the role of Blackie Parrish on General Hospital.
All right, I thought I'd be a little shaky, but I'm okay. I'm pretty calm.
Stamos was the only teenage actor on set, but soon found company when a then 19-year-old Demi Moore was cast in the daytime series. The pair dated for a short time, but Demi had competition from scores of female fans. One even snuck into John's locked dressing room.
And I'm sitting down, it was right before lunch, and all of a sudden out pops this girl from my closet. And I said, what are you doing? I have to go to lunch? Who are you? She said, I'm a Penthouse playmate. I said, sit down, we'll have lunch here.
Growing out of the teen idol image he had gained on the cover of countless magazines, Stamos quickly found fans among Hollywood's leading ladies, dating everyone from Marlee Matlin to former Prince protege Vanity, to Chelsea Noble, who is now the wife of Growing Pains star Kirk Cameron. But John told us he never worried that women would date him only for his star status.
You really know what a person's after a while, you can read. I can usually read through.
In 1990, a 26-year-old Stamos made headlines with his relationship with pop superstar Paula Abdul. But after only 7 months, the couple split. John confessed the breakup was his fault. He couldn't handle her fame. Even 1 year later, he said, quote, "If not for this business, we'd still be together," end quote.
Here we go. Jump on, guys.
But of course, once he was on Full House, John couldn't escape his heartthrob status.
We hadn't even been on the air yet for Full House, and I walked into this big disco with John Stamos, and just every woman was just, just latching onto him, and I was just skiing in his wake.
He was like this heartthrob